Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Williams.
Have you had a good time tonight? Me too. It's been great being with you. Now, don't leave. We're only here for about just a few more seconds, and before we leave, we're going to do the big car giveaway, so just hang on. I told you I was from Chicago, Illinois. Anybody here from Chicago? Where's my Chicago people? What part? Oh, okay. I used to steal hubcaps up there. Thank you, ma'am. If I had some CDs, I'd give them to you. Born into this very street home, welfare home. Nobody gets to pick their parents. If you got good parents, I hope you stop and thank God every day that you got great parents. I'm the youngest of 5 children. My oldest brother was killed in the streets of Chicago at 17 years of age. My next brother died in a jail cell in Louisiana at 17. My life goes through a series of craziness. I end up being given away to this family that couldn't have children because the mother of the family had multiple sclerosis, and they had prayed for 12 years that God would give them a child, and God gave them me. Be careful what you pray for. That's the message tonight, folks. Be careful what you pray for. Be specific. When I was 11 and 12, my father from that adopted family went through a series of accidents. He was an auto mechanic, and he had a lift come down and smash him. And in the recovery of that, he was in the hospital all the way through Thanksgiving and all the way through Christmas. And he got out for a while, and then he was in a horrible auto accident. He was hit from behind, and his back was broken, and we spent a second year in the hospital for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I remember every day after school, my mom would pick me up, and we'd go up to the hospital, and we'd sit with him until time to go. And for a kid, that isn't the most exciting thing to do in life. But I remember what I believe gave me courage and strength in it was as we got into December, folks like you would start lighting your Christmas lights. And we'd go home, and it was depressing. I knew that those years were not going to be years with great gifts and wonderful toys. But on the way home, I'd say, Mom, would you drive past this block where that house is and this block where this house is? And I'd see those crazy lights, and somehow those lights gave me hope. Now, I know that we come to events like this, some of us with great joys in our life, but I know some of you come to events like this, and you're going home to a mess. And I know that you too tonight need hope. You too tonight need to believe that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And I would love to address that tonight, but I can't. What I want to address tonight is to say to you, thank you. Thank you for the hours that you put in. And your neighbors probably, you know this, some of your neighbors think you're absolutely out of it. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you probably have a list of them. Some of them have called the police on you because you're disturbing the peace with joy. Yeah. But you know what? There's people, and I think you know this because I'm betting money that this is why a lot of you do it. That you know that there are people driving down your blocks at Christmas time who are hurting. They've lost family members. They've lost children, lost jobs, dealing with addictions. They've lost hope. And then they come upon your house, and all of a sudden, those lights become like the stars in the heaven, brought flesh. And for just a minute, they stop and they hear the music and they watch the pulsating lights. And for just a second or a minute or 5 minutes, peace comes over them. A seed of hope is planted in their heart. And because of you, they're given strength to carry on. Thank you. Thank you for planting seeds of hope. Because the world needs that right now. And it needs it more and more. So when it gets a little tough and that year that you're coming up and you go, are we going to do it again? Do it again. When you're at the airport trying to figure out how you're going to get that star on the plane, I thought about that when they gave that away. I said, that should be a raffle for only people who drove here. Don't give up. You know, that bell that Jordan decided needed to be in the program, pretty simple. But you're going to make that bell ring for people this year. You're going to give them hope. And because of you, some of them are going to believe again in your community. They're going to believe that it can be different, and you will have given them the strength to keep on going one more year until help comes. So I say, thank you. Keep up the good work. I salute you on behalf of everyone who's lost hope and found it again. Thank you. Buddy, can you put that bell up there one more time? Share the hope. Believe again. Good night. God bless you.